Tonight from Wauwatosa Police after a pair of distracted drivers hit two TOSA officers minutes apart in separate crashes.
One of the crashes happened with the officer inside the squad car on Mayfair Road. The other driver hit an officer standing outside his vehicle at 121st and Blue Mound Road.
Nick Bohr is live at the Wauwatosa Police Department.
And Nick, you just got an up-close look at the damaged squad car.
Right, and seeing that, I can only imagine how bruised up that officer is tonight. There's one of the officers in these crashes injured when he was struck by a car as well. It certainly has Wauwatosa Police here issuing a warning to drivers, just telling them when you see vehicles stopped on the side of the road, pull over and slow down.
So the car came up, and then as it tried to move around him, struck here.
The squad car shows the power of the impact, and now we see and hear it for ourselves.
I just had a car smash into the back of me.
The officer was seated in his squad when a driver hit him on Mayfair Road in Center around 6 Sunday night, the vehicle rolling onto its side. The rideshare driver's two passengers were hurt, but the officer was okay. An hour or so later, an even scarier sight as a distracted driver hits an officer standing next to his squad with a suspected drunk driver at 121st and Blue Mound. He's seen tumbling across the pavement to the horror of another officer who called dispatch for help.
He's bleeding. He's not breathing. He's alert, but he's not oriented. The other subject is also on the ground. I don't know his condition.
He's bruised and battered today. He's really feeling the impacts of this. Certainly he's going to miss some time off of work as he recovers.
Wauwatosa Police say the two close calls are more than enough motivation to remind drivers they're required to move over when an emergency vehicle is at the side of the road, and a sobering reminder for officers of the dangers they face every day.
It's not just what's in front of you, it's also what's behind you. And it's just incumbent on people to realize when they see vehicles pulled over, whether it's us, fire, again, the maintenance workers, move over. First, slow down. Slow down so you can see what's happening, assess what the other motoring traffic around you are doing, and then take the necessary actions to pass us safely.
Nick's back with us live tonight. Nick, we were talking about the move over law. That was the reference there. It's been in place for more than 20 years, but there was a change just made today, just expanding the law.
Right. The governor just today coincidentally signing this new expansion of the law that extends to any vehicle that's pulled over on the side of the road with their hazards on. So that would extend to you or me. If our car broke down along the side of the road, everyone's now required to move over or slow down when passing. Failing to do so, it could result in a $300 fine. An
important and potentially life-saving reminder. Nick Bohr live at the Wauwatosa Police Department.